broadcast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, good evening to you. Some cloud cover moving in after it was another very nice and sunny day. Kind of a cool shot there. As you can see on the roofing dugout at Adams Memorial's camera in Champaign, as we take a glance at those high-level clouds that are kind of moving in at this hour. We're going to see a relatively calm night, but a cool one again as temperatures cool off. We're at 40 in Champaign, still 44 in Effingham, but we'll find temperatures back down into the 20s again by tomorrow morning. So some nice weather as we step into the weekend. You're going to love the temperatures we've got, but there's a little bit of rain for your Friday in a very small window. We'll show you when to expect it coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
A police officer is accused of sexual misconduct while on the job. What police say he did to several women. And also tonight, police say a man shot at them during a car chase over the weekend. Why he still hasn't been formally charged in court.
And a county jail is facing a lawsuit after an inmate's death. His estate says what happened was preventable.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
A Springfield police officer is charged with sexually assaulting women who he detained and women who were victims in crimes he was investigating. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Taylor Staff made his first appearance in the courtroom today. WCIA 3's Cole Henke was there.
Springfield police officer Taylor Staff is facing 6 separate charges of sexual assault and custodial sexual misconduct. The allegations against Staff paint a picture of an officer who repeatedly used his position of authority to take advantage of women who were at their most vulnerable. Staff made his first appearance in court today. The list of charges gave new details, saying Staff sexually assaulted a woman he was detaining by shoving his hand down her pants and penetrating her. Another says Staff returned to the scene of a domestic battery case without being called back and propositioned the victim. And then in a third incident, Staff is being charged with having sex with a woman who was detained in the Springfield Police Department.
Shows that Springfield Police, they respond appropriately. They, I think it went through the ranks. You know, officers identified inappropriate behavior and reported to supervisors. So, you know, and that's where it went to the level that it has with the internal investigation.
Staff will return to the courtroom for a preliminary hearing on March 4th. Reporting in Springfield, I'm Cole Henke, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Staff is on unpaid leave from the Springfield Police Department, where he worked as an officer for 3 years. The 3 crimes happened between January and April last year. State police arrested Staff on Tuesday. His bond is set at $250,000. A man accused of shooting at Champaign County deputies 8 times was back in court again today. He was arrested after police say he led them on a chase from Urbana into Vermilion County. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting live in our newsroom. Courtney, you were in court today. A little bit unusual. What happened?
Yeah, Jennifer, John Bennett was appointed a psychiatrist today. They'll meet with him and figure out if he's fit to stand trial. In court today, Bennett never even looked up at the judge. He kept his head down or turned to the side the entire time. He was supposed to be done with this arraignment process earlier this week. That's just the reading of his charges. Tuesday, he refused to go in the courtroom, and yesterday, he wouldn't even communicate with the judge clearly. He wouldn't even say his name. That's why today, his defense team asked for a psychiatric evaluation.
The question when it comes to fitness is whether somebody can participate in the process, whether they can assist their attorney, whether they can communicate, whether they understand what's going on and can be a part of it.
Bennett is accused of shooting at Champaign County deputies around 8 times on Sunday night. He was a passenger in a car that police tried to pull over. Instead, he threatened the driver, forcing them to lead police on a chase that went all the way into Vermilion County. This is the second time Champaign County deputies have been fired at since November. In fact, the same sheriff's deputy was shot at in both of these instances. The good news is no one was hurt. Live in the newsroom, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Courtney, thank you.
One person's hurt after a shooting in Springfield this afternoon happened at South 6th Street and Princeton Avenue. Neighbors say they heard several shots fired. The victim was taken to the hospital. No word on how they're doing or if there are any suspects. A man's family in Houston is suing the Vermilion County Sheriff after their loved one died in the county jail. Thomas Dalton was arrested in January 2020 for possession of a controlled substance. The lawsuit claims Dalton was sick and needed medical attention, but jail staff ignored his needs for 8 days. He died on February 16th. His attorneys say his death was preventable. The Vermilion County Sheriff's Department has not responded to our request for comment. One person's dead after a hit and run happened on Route 36 in Vermilion County, Indiana. Police say Edward Salado was walking on the road and was hit. The driver left the scene. A person walking by found Salado. If you have any information about what happened, you're asked to call police.
Here's a look at today's COVID numbers. The state is reporting a new vaccination record, 130,000 doses given out yesterday. That's the highest reported number in one day. The average is 66,000. That brings us now to a total of 2.4 million doses being given out. Now, when it comes to infection rates, there are more than 1,800 new cases. 32 more people have died. But the positivity rate continues to drop. It is now at 2.7%. Healthcare workers and state leaders are urging the community to keep getting tested for COVID-19. Saliva testing is being done at St. Mary's Hospital in Decatur. It's part of the U of I's SHIELD program. Senator Chapin Rose toured the facility today. Right now, testing is being offered for universities like EIU and Millikan. It's not open to the public, but Senator Rose hopes more testing like this can be done throughout the community.
Testing is the key to resuming activity. We need SHIELD all over the state. We need it not just in Decatur, not just in Champaign. We need it in nursing homes. We need it in schools.
Rose also talked about the lack of vaccine supply. He says he and other leaders have been working on what they say is a better plan to deliver the shots.
Senator Scott Bennett is trying to reduce out-of-pocket costs for prescriptions. He sees this as a logical next step after the state limited the monthly cost of insulin for some patients at $100. Bennett sat in on a town hall with the American Cancer Society yesterday. He said the stories he heard there made him realize just how important this is.
Their stories were so impactful. They're talking about these are people that have jobs, that have insurance, that have done everything right, but through no fault of their own, a diagnosis that changed their life on a dime, right? And next thing you know, they're trying to decide, can I pay my rent?
Insurance and drug companies opposed the insulin price cap, saying it only shifted the high costs onto the health insurance companies. You may have just cast your vote in the primary election, but you can now get the next round out of the way, too. Early voting and vote by mail started today for the April 6th consolidated election. Sangamon County Clerk says there will be safety measures in place if you do vote in person, like sanitizing and plastic barriers. To vote early there, go to room 101 of the county building on South 9th Street in Springfield. Hours are from 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday until April 5th. The hours for the weekend are right there on your screen.
Illinois basketball is back in action tonight, but their best player won't be. Find out what happened.
Plus this.
I'm Alexandra Limoni in Washington. Coming up, I'll tell you why one controversial provision could jeopardize the entire $1.9 trillion COVID relief package.